Howdy ho. Hope everybody's doing all right. Trying to get Mark in here for a conference call with everybody, get him joined in on the live stream. Just working on getting that set up. See if we can get him on. All right. Camera should be off, but we should be able to see him here in a second. Please select an option for headset. No, I don't want headset. All right, we should be able to see Mark, but I don't know if he'll be able to see me. Can you hear me, Mark? Perfect. So I can do this. Let's only show your face. I can make my face bigger on OBS. So it looks like we're on the same wavelength. Magic. We're on a conference call. All right. So I think we got it sorted out. Sorta, kinda. Sorta, kinda, maybe. I don't know. Cool. All right. Let me make sure everybody can hear you. All right. So desktop audio should be on. You should be live as well. Mainly fishing. Can you hear Mark and myself? Can you put your email in the chat? I keep meaning to email you to talk about hosting and mining. So Mark is already on that one.
Yeah,
beat me to the punch.
Yep.
I don't think I can simultaneously.
Yo, Ron, what's up? You don't think you can do what?
I was trying to see if FM would allow me to use my camera for OBS and for the Riverside, but I'm gonna have to probably set up another camera here to do this next time. So right now this will be how we do it. So it is what it is.
You know, we can do StreamYard too.
StreamYard.
Yep, and it goes directly to your YouTube channel.
That's what OBS does, but once OBS is using the camera, it won't let anything else use it.
Huh.
So I'll have to figure that out. I know that I can set up multiple cameras on this PC. It's just getting everything to work correctly.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ron. Made it through another day in the meat grinder. I hear you. Sorry, it's past your bedtime, Ron. Enjoy a drink with the rest of us. So we have how many miners on order? 12 plus 8 coming in. 4 people already getting ready to host. Plus more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah, I would say at this point we're at about we're close to 40. It's under 40, but I know it's right around there.
Pretty awesome. Moving pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean we've only been so the LLC, well, not even a month. Really, right? Because we started the LLC in October.
Was that it?
Beginning of October.
I thought it was like September, but yeah.
And end of September.
The is very new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to guys like Ron and Scott hooking up with Brian. It's made a big difference and opened up a lot of doors for us. And of course, got to give you credit with all your legwork going into talking to all these distributors and getting the prices for at a reasonable rate.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy that aspect, actually. It's a lot of fun sitting there talking, negotiating, figuring out how can we make it work, so on and so forth. We got a budget and we got to stick to it. So
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that we found the distributors that we found. Talking to China, I know it's been rough because you're waiting that 12-hour delay or whatever it is because they're sleeping when we're responding and vice versa.
it's not even. I don't know. I think I'm just fed up with China. They have shown their true colors this last go around with them. So I'm not really. I like the person that we're dealing with now. That's here in the United States.
Yep.
He's been professional, fast. Things are moving at a pace that um, is what we expect.
Yeah, it's been a lot smoother with this new guy than than China.
Yeah, definitely.
No threats needed to get our miners.
Exactly.
But it's been fun. We have power going in next Thursday. We're doing 4 100 amp drops for at least 4 to 5 racks coming in. So that'll be plenty of space to run our equipment plus the equipment we've promised to host. Looking good. Electricians, is it Murray and Sons, I believe, is the name of the company here in Virginia. They've been awesome, super professional, super, just down to earth people. Explained everything to us. I mean, the owner of the company today jumped on the roof to inspect the power coming into the building.
Oh wow!
Like he went above and beyond. Even the guy that came out and did the estimate went above and beyond. I don't know if you remember, but we had that what we thought was a burner in that little office that when you first walk in that doesn't have the lights. That's actually an old meter bay.
Oh really?
So that must have been an addition to the building, and they just left the meter in the wall. So that's actually where the power comes in. It goes through that old meter box.
Yeah.
And goes to a 3-phase 240 amp server or panel. And then there's a separate 150 amp panel. And then looking at the roof, there's actually a third one someplace in the building that we have to find at some point in time. But they've got them all tied together to one meter for us. So that's why we only have one meter on the outside, or one newer meter. But as we expand to that 600 amp service in the future, which we will definitely need to do, it'll be an interesting task, and we're definitely gonna have to go back to Murray and Sons to have them do it, because like I said, man, it's the first guy that came out, nice enough guy, but just wasn't getting good vibes from him.
Yeah.
Murray and Sons came out, the guy that did the quote, Dusty, and then the owner came out today. I mean, like warm fuzzy feeling. That's hard to do for sort of that's in the my family's been in the construction trade. I've built houses here in the real estate business. It's tough to get good contractors these days that actually go the extra mile. These guys to me, yeah, these guys to me seem old school. They seem down to earth, and they seem like they're really gonna make it worth our while for what we're paying them. Plus, they're into crypto, so maybe they'll be future clients of us down the road, and we'll do some kind of quid pro quo and work something out for that 600 amp service.
You need some DOGE or something. What do you need?
Yeah, maybe we'll pay for that when we're ready for that 600 amp service. We'll pay for it in Litecoin or Doge.
See if they're open to it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with the news with Litecoin. I don't know if you saw it on the Discord. I think Steamy shared it with everybody. The Australian National Bank is going to accept Litecoin.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think $1,000 for a price of Litecoin is realistic yet, but I mean, that's very positive news for Litecoin.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen highs of 300 in the past, 300 plus.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could definitely hit those highs again. Maybe see 500 in my opinion, but it's definitely going to take a
If you
year or two or more to see that thousand.
if you think about it as a like a banker or someone that's in the financing, Litecoin seems very stable. Like usually you can expect it to be around $150. Like
Yeah,
that's an expectation. I think that, obviously I can't speak for them. One, I'm not Australian, but I don't, work for that company. But you can just maybe go through their thought process as to, okay, why Litecoin, and it- they want something that probably has potential to go higher, but they want something stable that they can put their feet in.
yeah,
I mean that's my thought mentality.
yeah. I mean, if you look at it from a technical standpoint, you're right. I mean, if you look at the charts, Litecoin has, within the history of charting, it respects its resistance lines. It
Yeah,
rises and falls and respects the resistance lines when it falls and consolidates. It's not oversaturated like Bitcoin where it drops 5 grand in an hour and then pumps back up 5 grand, or Doge or Shiba Inu. It's not these easily manipulated pump cryptos. And I hate to say that about Bitcoin, but with everything going on in the US market right now, it is definitely very manipulated because there's hedge funds bleeding that are trying to make up losses. And they're doing it
yeah,
in a regulated, unregulated market like cryptocurrency, using the largest asset in cryptocurrency being Bitcoin. And that's how they're making up their losses. So that's, yesterday's chart. I mean, we went from 62 down to 55 and then back up to 62 in like 3 hours. It was a candle that almost everybody missed. It jumped so fast that half the charts don't even show it.
yeah.
So we got mainly fishing, mainly for where. From a mining perspective, it should help keep the L3s in use. Yes, I agree. I think it's going to bring or bear life into some of the older miners. And that's kind of what Coastal Crypto, Mark, Scott, and myself have kind of, invested in the fact that this older technology, being the L3s and the L3 plus plus, the A6s that that are very rare and hard to find, those pieces of equipment are going to start being more profitable again. Um, we're definitely going to see some interesting difficulty levels rise once the L7s hit the market. Um, I think we saw some of that spike originally from China when they turned some of the L7s on to test them, and now that China's banned cryptocurrency mining, we've seen the difficulty drop. But they will pick back up here in the states soon. It's just a matter of time. So
I'd also like to know when Bitmain is going to open their facility in Taiwan.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
so if that happens, I mean, they'll end up turning them back on because we still have a full month, especially if they do it like, anytime in the near future here until they ship off December's batch.
right, right. I mean, or typically the way I've seen Bitmain have they operated in the past. They market the L3 plus, for example. Have a backlog of shipments and orders while they're running them, and then as soon as they start the shipping, they're already turning on the L3 plus plus. So as soon as they ship out the L7s, they've already got something in the works that they're going to turn on to replace those L7s. And we probably won't hear about it for another quarter or two while we're waiting for our L7 shipments. So as
Yeah.
soon as you get your L7 and they've sold out completely, then they'll launch like the L9 or whatever it is, or the L7 plus. I definitely think they have the L7 plus or plus plus already in the works.
Yeah, I mean, what could you think? I guess they would probably shoot for what, 10 gigahash since they're at 9500 already.
Yep, 10 or 12.
and that's if like they can even ship them right now. Like there are rumors, not to put that in. I don't know if you like to entertain rumors or anything like that, but there are rumors that they're not ready to ship.
Yeah, it could be possible. I mean, we could see backlogs. I mean, we're already. I mean, dealing with the distributor that we found here in the States. I wonder if he's feeling the pressure. That's why he's offering what he's offered us, not just the L3s, but the other miners he's offered us in substitute to the L7s. That's why he started picking up those miners. The so maybe that's kind of his offset. He says, well, he knows, maybe he's got some kind of insight to what's going on at Bitmain, and he knows that the L7s aren't going to sell, so he went ahead and picked up those other miners that he's selling to us.
Maybe
Because they are more powerful than the L3 Plus. I mean, they're not the creme de la creme, but in terms of script miners, they're up there.
and there's a lot coming, over from I mean, not a lot, but we got our hands on a good chunk, right? So,
Yep.
what does that mean? Like, because usually with these machines in silicon, usually they're the ones running them. Like they don't usually sell their machines to other people.
Right.
Like they build them to run them themselves.
Right. That's why there's no third-party firmware for it.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is since now these are becoming available, you use a term I used with someone that we're actually going to be acquiring some of these for is these are like rare Pokemon. Like I know it's kind of funny just to say it like that, but it's true. Like these are not your typical L3 plus. The A6 is a very elusive machine because it's just very hard to get your hands on it. So with that being said, like what might silicon actually have going on? Like are they competing with the next L7, and is that something that we have to potentially know our risk for basically?
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've even, as far as much digging as I have done and everything that I've been, because like you said, Innosilicon doesn't want to release these miners, so there's no third-party firmware out there. The only
Yeah.
aftermarket firmware that I was able to find was for the A2 miner, Innosilica A2, and it was some, backyard firmware that some guy built and he released on, GitHub. And it's probably got viruses, it's probably got everything else in it, and that was,
Yeah.
2018, 2017. There's nothing for the Innosilica miners. And it's crazy because they are good machines. They figured out a way, something that we've been talking about, looking at the T9s, the S9s, looking at the control boards, looking at the fact, like the eBay listing you sent me today with the pile of the T9 hash boards. And Innosilicon figured out a way to utilize similar hash boards to the L3 plus. Basically, that's what the Innosilicas are. They're two L3s crammed together on
Yeah.
one control board.
Yep.
So they're running 8 boards on one PCB, one Raspberry Pi, whatever they're using. Someone told me they're using like Raspberry Pi-esque control boards.
I mean, if we've seen some of the pictures for it, I mean, it doesn't look too far from what the control board for an L3 looks like,
Right.
or even like the T9.
Right.
It doesn't look too far from that.
Right, and then we know that the T9s have, even though it runs 3 boards, it's got ports for 6.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before somebody out there cracks them open. I wish I was smart enough to do it myself.
Right.
Ron says crack and trailer park trash.
What's that for?
Um,
Oh, that's his donation.
Is that what you want me to come do? Pick up the trash and get you some crack, Ron? Is that what's going on? Counting down the days, Ron. I know you are. Only a couple more days there. Your miner is inbound, Ron. Just to let you know, we got that thing coming in for you. Got it ordered for you. Got one ordered for Steamy, and we have some other Discord members that have ordered 9. And then Brian is Scott's hookup, who ordered quite a few miners. Lots and lots of miners.
Yeah, we again, we have about 40 of them coming in.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
Awesome. We're doing good. I mean, so we were talking, going back and forth a little bit earlier today about. Let me see if I can find it here. About the firmware for the L3s and the L3 Plus Plus. It looks like they're running stable. I jumped over to the latest firmware from Hive. And then you were also asking, we also were talking about, what's his name? Eris? Is that his name?
Aries.
So he was asking about how to see prices for what he's going to be paying for his monthly hosting fee. So anybody out there that's going to be hosting with us, so you guys know and you have an understanding, HiveOS has all that stuff built in. You can go to sites like whattomine.com and leave the hash rate blank and fill in, your wattage and figure out, enter how much you're paying, electrical costs through us, or you can do that through Hive directly, which is nice. And under, I think it's settings. Let me see if I can figure it out while we're on. Yeah, so under settings here, you can enter your electrical costs, whether it be 8 cents if you're holding, if you're having 20 or plus miners, or if it's 10 cents, and you're doing it that way. You have, less than 20 miners with us. You can enter it all in, and it will actually spit out a daily payout that you'd have to pay. So, for example, if our 9 miners that we have up and running right now, at the 10-cent cost, it would be $27.12 a day to run those 9 miners. And what's really nice about Hive is that they can break it down even further for you, and they can break it down to the stats and your monthly payout. So it takes a daily snapshot, if you will, or daily average, and it will spit out a graph for you to see what your average cost would be for that month or for that week, and you can calculate it out that way, so you can see it and prepare yourself if you're hosting with us. Of course, I'm going to be on top of that. Mark will be on top of that as well. We'll be taking readings. It is going to be difficult, and we understand that it's going to be difficult. We're obviously going to round it so it benefits you. For example, if you have, 1259, we're going to round it down to 1250. We'll round it down in your benefit for your wattage. Or
Hey, I didn't agree to that.
I like round numbers. I'm sorry, I'm executive decision. Yeah. I'm probably going to get yelled at by Scott too as well. But it's an average. We understand that these miners ramp up, they ramp down, so it's an average reading that we'll be pulling and calculating to figure out the monthly payout. Looking at some of the L3s and the L3 Plus Plus, where they can, 720 mega hash, anywhere between, we've seen them as low as 1100 watts up to as high as 1350 watts to run at 720 mega hash. So it's going. We understand it's going to vary. So we'll do the best we can to make it fair for everybody at the end of the day. Ron says, "Screw them, round up." Ron, yep. You're hosting with us. Why are you telling me to round up?
I like Ron's idea.
Yeah, I know you do. I like making people happy.
We'll apply the roundup to Ron's account.
Okay, we'll just round everything into Ron's account.
There we go.
He's gonna be living on an island. He won't need all that cash anyways, floating around. Can you get me that hash rate, Ron? You were at that hash rate, my friend. Oh, you want to get to that hash? Okay, sorry. Brain fart. So Ron, you have 5 machines with the one that we bought you, right? So if we can get you up to 720, 790 per machine, you'll be sitting pretty. Let's say we can get you up to 690 on average times the 5 machines. You should be looking at 3.45 gigahash of hashing power on. You know, depending on what kind of shape the miners are that you're setting us. Of course, we're going to clean them for you because that's what we agreed to do. And we'll get them overclocked and set up properly. And we'll try to get you as much out of them as possible. He says, slow down. I got to get paid. We'll work on it, Ron. We'll get your hash rate up there, my friend. Don't worry.
Well, you know, it's crazy. Like, we're running out of capacity already, especially with some of the agreements that we've made with the people that want to host with us thus far.
Yep.
And they're already talking about the next step. Like, and we just order the machines, and they're already like, okay, well, once we get these, I want to do some type of subscription model or something along those lines, where they're constantly always upgrading. Not upgrading, but expanding is the better word to use. So it's crazy, you know, that the thought mentality behind that, which is amazing. You having that thought mentality, you're always looking for the next, you know, to continue making passive income.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, now me and John have to have a conversation of, we need to be prepared for the next bigger thing.
Yeah. Right. And, you know, Eris, you're talking about different scenarios there. And Eris, who actually just joined the chat, is one of those individuals.
There he is.
So, you know, we were just talking about you, Eris. We started out with 8 miners or 5 miners, then you jumped up to 8. Now you're buying 9. And you know, your goal is to buy a miner every 2 weeks, I think, because that's what you told Mark, or every other month, or something to that effect. Let me see if I can fix that audio for you.
That's good on my end. So
Okay.
Is it me or is it John?
I think I'm getting a echo here on my end. Sorry.
Echo.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I mean we purchased, or not we purchased, we leased this building because of the potential power that it had for us. Now we're at that point where we have to start looking at additional amperage services brought into this building. And then we already know at this point in time, based upon what we're already seeing and talking to not just Eris, but other guys like him that would like to purchase additional equipment moving forward, Brian and, you know, other potential hosting contracts, we're going to need more space. I'm saying in probably 6 months, 6 to 9 months.
You mean like 6 days?
It feels like that.
The way you guys are like chomping at the bit here, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know if we'll have room for us to work. There's so many damn miners in there.
Yeah. I mean, thank God we're getting into the cold season here. That way, you know, we can keep, you know, costs down even more for ourselves. Because it's
right.
Even if it's sitting, you know, average temperature 70, 68 degrees outside, pulling air in from outside to cool down the shop, not with the AC running, just fans. The building was sitting pretty at like 81, 85 degrees. Luckily now temperatures are dropping. I just checked the temp. I think we're at like 45 degrees outside tonight. I think we're going to hit a low of maybe 40. This morning we woke up, it was 38. So definitely going to help us keep the costs down and keep the machines running and cool while we expand. We kind of have that grace period this winter, I think, is how we have to look at it. And anybody that's in the mining realm and you're in the colder climate for the winter, now's the time to ramp up your machines. Now's the time to hit those higher hash rates and get some cold air blowing across those hash boards. Definitely a good opportunity to make some decent money this winter while the weather's cool.
I agree, 100%.
Aries says, yeah, the mining profits allow for rapid expansion of operation, which I find amazing. Yeah, and even bouncing off that, like we've talked about earlier, we're using old technology and we're still able to rapidly increase at this exponential rate. It's almost as if we're back at the pinnacle of the L3s being launched. It's pretty wild. There is a chart. Let me see if I can find it. I have a cousin who loves to research, who loves to just dig shit up all the time. Love you, Thomas, if you're listening. And he was able to find charting for previous profitability for the L3 and other miners. So you can see, the rise and fall of these miners being profitable versus the average cost of them. Let's see. Oops, something went wrong.
Oh, way to go.
Blockchain.com/charts. Oop, that's what I did. Got the S. There we go. So here, I think I might be able to share the screen with you too, Scott, so you can see it. Mark, sorry. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go like that. There we go. All right, so miners revenue. We can go 3 years. We can go all time. So I think this particular chart was for our USD for all miners. It looks like 2019. You can see the amount of volume we had in miners, and then the drop this year, beginning of this year. Now we're rising back up. Back when Bitcoin was low 40s, 30,000, whatever it was at the low. We were almost the same level as it was in 2019. Yep, 2018 we were at that level as well, and now we're back up almost to all-time high range for miner revenue. So it's as the coins increase in profitability and we're able to utilize third-party firmware, it definitely makes it a lot easier for us. Sorry, I'm missing comments here. With crypto, it's always the case. You expect way less than what it gives people. Said last year, not GPU mine. Yet if you have done it, been successful. Yeah, I mean, it's mining, getting into the mining industry or getting into the cryptocurrency mining, I guess it's a new industry, right? It's a new venture. If you have the money to put down, it makes it a lot easier. But, Scott and Mark can both tell you, I think they talked about it on their live stream last. They started off with, $100 GPU rig, and have been successfully flipping it to now we're working together hosting an entire cryptocurrency farm, and it's building rapidly. I mean, it spirals out of control fairly quickly. You can kind of get that fast pass and skip the lines of having to, you know, upgrade and and work on different firmwares and that whole process of, buying and selling and upgrading. If you have the capital up front, sure, but you miss out on the learning experience. There's so much that I've learned since the time I've started doing this, even since I've started doing YouTube full time now, just meeting Mark and Scott and how much, we've bounced ideas off each other and the amount of knowledge that we've shared just within Discord and everything else. You miss all that when you just jump into it with all the capital. So I like the journey rather than just, skipping the lines.
I agree. Yeah, we started with an $1,800 4 gig 580 rig, which in hindsight we probably should have kept that. And we flipped those for 8 gigabyte cards, added a little extra cash, and then flipped that rig too.
That's the nature of crypto mining, though, and that's why it's so awesome.
Yeah.
Ron says, "Well, crap, can you get me another L3?" That's awesome. Brian, welcome to the chat, my friend. We were talking about you earlier. Nice news on Litecoin today. Yeah, we agree. Mark and I were talking about it earlier, and agree that the speculation of it hitting 1,000 is a little optimistic, but having a national bank starting to accept cryptocurrency, like a country like Australia, a big country, is pretty awesome. Agreed. And I'm glad, Aris, you've learned tons of stuff from the Discord. That's awesome to hear. That's what it's all about. That's what my channel has always been about. I'm not here to claim I know anything about anything. I'm just sharing the mistakes that I've made along the way and what little knowledge I've picked up from those mistakes. And the fact that, we could all come together and, pick each other's brains and learn a little bit along the way is awesome. Brian says, "Don't hate WAC. Why, is it down again or is it up again? Is it pumping? What's going on? Is that Donald Trump's social media platform, right?"
Yeah.
DWAC. I'm not hating. You can make money off it. We were actually, I hope you were able to get out of those SPY puts, Brian. Seeing that all-time high today and it's still climbing after hours. Hope you were able to get out in time. DWAC was definitely a ride. If you were able to get in on it as it was pumping when it first came out, congratulations. Not something that I'm looking to invest in myself, but to each their own. If you want to take that risk, go for it.
I agree.
Short-term gains. That's fine. That's just like the guy that's playing AMC, shorts, trying to ride the wave of the volatility so he can pick up more actual shares of AMC.
Should we Brian brought up, the good news about Litecoin, and we briefly talked about that earlier, and that's actually like, utility news that Litecoin can use. Should we talk about the good news that also came with DOGE just yesterday?
Are you talking about the CEO, the new CEO news?
Yes, the new fake CEO of Dogecoin.
Actually, you know what? I think I have that tweet pulled up. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Blank page, Mark. I have so many tabs open on my computer. I lose track.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the tweet now too.
There it is. I got it. All right. So we lost Mark's face, but you should still be able to hear him. It says, "Okay, I hate Taco and have made a decision on who will be the next fake CEO of Doge. Announcement will be at 4 p.m. Specific time. Pacific time, 3 hours from now. This was yesterday, and then Elon tweeted out me. So I thought that was funny. I mean, lots of people missed it. I thought it was. I mean, now at 48,008, retweets and likes, now people are starting to talk about it. But definitely funny to see Elon jump in the Twitter stream and respond to the fake CEO position for Dogecoin.
And just to give like a brief update of that, they actually gave the CEO position to a Shiba, an actual dog.
Did they give it to
And
Elon's dog?
no, they didn't. Uh, the dog's name is Kabosu. Kabosu. It's one of the Dogecoin followers. One of their dogs, and then uh, Shatibi. Well, how did they say it? Shibitoshi, not Nakamoto. Billy Marcus, basically,
Yep.
has given the nomination of the new fake chairman of the board of Doge to Elon Musk and his dog Floki. The, the reason that I wanted to bring that up because Litecoin is providing news of utility and things are expanding and that's great, and Litecoin is in my opinion a more stable coin than Doge is.
Yep.
But the news like this type of news pumps Doge and makes things more profitable, like on your L3 or an A6, or when it comes the L7. Like you're going to turn a $180 machine into a $380 machine. Like it is going to be crazy when things like this, because of the community that's behind Doge, you start seeing things pump. So one thing I could advise is maybe just hopping onto Twitter, giving Billy Marcus a follow, because anything that happens with him, if he's interacting with Elon, if he's
Yep.
interacting with a bigger guy, I don't know anybody bigger than Elon, but specifically if there's any type of hype floating around, it's gonna jump. We saw what last week or the week before, Shiba was jumping up and down and going left and right and doing everything all the people loved about Shiba. And then what the Doge community did in return was, well, we'll just jump it even further. And now we're flirting with 30 cents on a regular with Doge. So the community itself is really growing these altcoins when it comes to more profits, at least for us miners.
Right. I mean, just going back and looking at the spike in price Doge's spike gave to the L3s. We were selling you can still, there's screenshots of L3s being sold for $180 before Dogecoin spiked to its all-time high. Now,
Yeah.
People are struggling to find L3s that aren't being scalped on eBay for $2,000, 2,100, whatever it may be. So I like seeing news. I mean, it breathes new life into old technology, and that's I like seeing that. That's me.
Yeah, I agree because I'm on eBay basically every day, and and right now, like I've submitted so many different offers to people on eBay for L3s just because we're trying to get machines any way we can, right?
Yeah.
Even though we have distributors, well, they run out of inventory every so often, so it's not like I could just be like, give me more, give me more. It's not that case. They got to go to someone else or a different miner in China somewhere or something along those lines to get more.
Right.
So we're just trying to pick up one here, one there, things like that. And yeah, I can't even submit an offer under $1,600 in some cases, and it get accepted. And there are a few that are like buy now on eBay for like 1,500, and they're gone immediately.
Right.
Like you don't even get a chance to even try to buy it, which
Right.
is nuts.
I mean,
I don't even
we're
I
we're
can't
buying
fathom it.
broken ones at this point, just so we have
Yeah.
spare parts because we know that's gonna, We're trying to preemptively plan for the future.
Yeah, right.
Because
Crazy.
as things spike, these L3s are going to be rising in value. So anybody picking up L3s now, in my opinion, they're going to hold their value, especially if the L7s don't release on time, like it's kind of being speculated right now.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, the rumor B. What I noticed though is the extremely small amount of Litecoin miners that are available. The L7s being the only new whale launching. Yeah, exactly, Aries. That's everybody's reverting back to the L3s and the L3 plus plus and the A5s, and there's a couple other ones out there that do script, but the L3 being one of the more profitable ones because of the third-party firmware that's out there. You can quick tune them and set them and forget them, which we've done on my channel a few times, but you take it to that next step and you fine tune these L3s and these L3 plus plus. They're profitable all day long, every day, and I think they're going to continue to be profitable even when the L7s come out, just because of the amount of volume of the L3s that are out there. I don't think there's going to be enough volume in the L7s to crush the L3s, in my opinion. I don't see it happening. There's so many L3s out there.
You gotta think about it too. When you're building a farm, right? So an L7 is 9,500 megahash. It's 9.5 gigahash, and so that's basically, what, 10 L3 plus.
Yeah, 10 or 12.
Yeah. So Aries, you're already there with us, basically, if not in the near future. So you're already at an L7, which is insane, and you didn't even pay as much as you would have paid for an L7.
Right.
And even though your power consumption is going to be a little higher, that type of rate for hash rate, that's not something to just sneeze at. That's a lot of hash rate to just swing around, whether you want to put it on a pool or try to solo mine, so on and so forth. Like once you start getting into bigger numbers, it doesn't matter. They're going to be profitable. So far, Thomas, we have seen as high as $28,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're talking, those bigger numbers. That's kind of what our goal is to get to that point where we can solo mine. And with everything being shipped in and everything coming our way, it will definitely be, I think, sooner rather than later where we will be able to solo mine, at least on some of the smaller script algorithm coins. Maybe not Litecoin, but there are other script based coins out there that we could very profitably solo mine on. I mean, we could do it now, but it wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be worth it until we get at least 20 machines.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not ready to play that gamble because at that point you're playing the lottery.
Yeah.
You're solo mining. You don't get anything until you hit a block.
Right.
And
I mean, there
I mean,
are speculative calculators out there like, I think it's LitecoinPool.org has one. Oh, if I can type correctly, I'd be able to pull it up. There we go. So their calculator, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's just say 10 machines, I believe, is 8,200 megahash, or right around there is what 10 machines pulls. It'll give you profitability of a block in 7 days. So you potentially could be finding a block every 7 days with 9 machines. But again, your profitability is decreasing the more or your probability is increasing of finding a block the more miners you have. So yes, it is gambling to solo mine, but the more machines that you have, your probability of finding a block reward, which I think is 12.5 Litecoin per block, increases. And I think it's also 12.5 Litecoin on top of 10,000 Doge, or vice
Yeah.
versa. Because when you find a Litecoin block, you're also finding a Dogecoin block because they're merge mined together, correct? Or no,
Yes.
Dogecoin has a faster block time.
That's a good question.
And I can't remember. I'd have to look it up right now, but I think they're fairly close. I think for every one Litecoin block, you get 2 Doge.
That's a lot, dude. Wow.
Well, when you look at just Litecoin, you're gambling in it, and it's very risky. But if you're merge mining like we're doing on F2 Pool, and we're solo mining both Lite and Doge,
Yeah.
it's 12.5 per Litecoin block plus a 10,000 Doge block as well. So if you have the hashing power like Brian will have very, very soon, it becomes extremely profitable if you're willing to gamble that time. Because you may, like you said, you could have that guy down the street that's got 150 L3s, or he's got a huge bulk order of the L7s, and he can run them for a month and not find a single block. And then you got that one guy with the single L3 running in his basement that gets, the L3 wins the lottery. So it's all a roll of the dice. Everybody gets lucky once in a while.
Yeah, right. That was my bad. I'm trying to get a better picture of what's going on here with
That's
our
all right.
setup. I didn't realize
Oh, I just whacked my microphone. I think Ron accidentally deleted some messages from Eris.
Oops.
Ronald would no longer like to be a moderator. Uh-oh. I don't think I can fix that right this second, Ronald. Wait, maybe I can. Let me see. Remove moderator. Ronald is no longer a moderator. There you go, Ron. So, Eris, if you want to resubmit that question or that comment, go ahead, and I'll try to answer it for you. It was an honest mistake, not a big deal, Ron.
One of the things they said was I got 4 of my own as well. Total mega hash is gonna be 8,800. That's insane.
8,800 for 4 L3s.
For the L3s that he has. No, he says he has 4 on his own as well, so his total is going to be, including us, the machines that he's going to have at the warehouse, 8,800.
Oh, okay, plus the ones he's got. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing. It's tough to say because, like any other mass-produced electronic, there are discrepancies in the boards. There are discrepancies in the chips. So you have to take an average hash rate across multiple miners. So I mean, we've seen as high as 800, and as low as ones that can barely get over 680. So, you get lucky and you get some awesome hash boards on some awesome L3s. You could be seeing some really nice numbers. So, right on. So he's got Aries. Well, let me see. Sorry, I'm missing. My chat's moving slower. I think for some reason.
So Eris just asked, does Litecoin pay out the Dogecoin block 2? That's your PPS plus pay scheme. Your how many, whatever your percentage plus Litecoin. They just paid in Litecoin.
On Litecoin pool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Litecoin pool.org, if that's the pool that you chose to use or chose to use in the future. They just pay out strictly in Litecoin, and they immediately, whatever Doge you come across while you're mining on their pool, they just sell it. They sell the Doge and pay you out in Litecoin. F2 pool, which is what we use and what we recommend for ourselves, and any on Discord, whoever wants to talk to us. Our favorite pools are F2 pool and ProHash. F2 pool because they pay out Litecoin and Dogecoin. They merge mine for you, and they give you both the payouts. So that's, I think, we're big Dogecoin supporters, so that's why we like it so much.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a Doge boy fanboy.
Yep. One Doge equals one Doge.
Yep.
Am I missing any other questions here?
Mark knows my attachment to Litecoin pool. Yeah, dude, you're like on it. Yeah. I get Doge payout, mining LTC, even if you solo mine. So that was one of the questions on that we were kind of shooting back and forth together. So I think on Litecoin pool, the way that they're set up, you're just getting paid Litecoin, even if you solo mine. Like,
correct.
I don't see them paying out Doge.
No.
Now, if you're solo mining on another one, another pool, I would go and look at was it pool stats, mining pool stats.stream or something like that.
Yep.
And see which ones pay out Doge to and figure out their payout scheme.
There you go. I pulled it up for you. Mining pool stats.stream. We can pull up script algorithm. Pro hashing is number 1 for script right now, for Digibit. Let's look at Litecoin. So Litecoin pool is number 1 because they are combined. They're paying you out in Litecoin, but they're selling your Doge. F2 pool is number 3 on the list, and then it keeps going down, less and less profitability and so on. Or by volume. Sorry, it's by volume.
Yeah, you gotta look and see which ones they have with solo.
So via btc.com offers solo. F2 pool does offer solo, but I don't know why it's not listed here. Maybe because you have to reach out to them specifically and tell them you want a solo mine, because you have to be a larger farm. Pro hashing offers solo, and a couple of these other smaller ones down here offer solo for Litecoin. Litecoin plus Doge is what we're looking for, though.
Yeah, to keep in mind too, a few of these China pools, like, they're gonna be moving soon, so they you just gotta be careful on where you're mining to.
Yeah, when we log into F2 pool, it's a big, whether you're on the app or you're on the website, it tells you that we're moving to their new facility. They're pulling their China servers by the end of this month, or the end of 2021.
Yeah.
He says, I don't mind only Litecoin payments because Litecoin moves way less. It makes me sleep a little better. Yeah, we were talking. We agree with you. We were talking about that earlier. Litecoin definitely respects trend lines and resistance lines, and is a little more stable than Doge. But I think that's because Doge is finally the sleeping giant. I think it's waking up. I think once it hits $1 plus, it'll start stabling and keeping fairly level. I think it's just waiting for that catalyst to hit it. It also says transaction costs get lower because I don't need to sell twice. True, but we don't sell twice. We mine directly to our Kraken account, and however we utilize iCrypto there, comes to a group vote. But we don't pay that transaction. We like Doge, so I think that's what it comes down to. We hold our Doge.
Yeah. So what amount of mega hash would you make? Would it take to make us consider solo mining? Hmm. That's a very good question.
I'm gonna say 25 gigahash.
Well, shit, we're close. We're almost halfway there. I guess that is a revolving target, because there's more questions to answer that, and so 25, gigahash sounds fine, to do that now,
That's
but
36 L3s.
yeah, a month from now, I don't know if that would be enough. So that's a revolving target for a question, I guess you could say. So analyzing it constantly, I would say would be the best um, avenue, right, to do. But 25 sounds good. However, I probably want more just because I want luck. I mean, I want the more luck we have in getting a block, obviously, the more we'll make. So
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, solo mining is like playing roulette. You're either gonna pick your favorite number and hope you get lucky, or you're gonna put it all in black or all in red and cut your odds.
I do like putting it on black. So anytime I go to Vegas, dude, and I hit a roulette table, I have to do that at least once.
Put it on black.
Um, yeah. Yes, Ron, we like Doge payments for maintenance.
Yeah. And anybody hosting with us, Brian, Ronald, Eris, Sniper Cat. I don't know if you're listening or not. Crypto's fine for maintenance payments and hosting payments. We want to make this as easy and painless for all parties, you and us.
My goal is to hit the lower kilowatt price anyway, so I'm trying to reach 21 miners minimum at the current profits and would mean an above average income nearly passively at 19 years old. I just found that out that he's 19. That is nuts.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on getting this far.
I know his mindset's already there. I can only see bright things in the future if he's already accounting for passive income. That's amazing.
Yep. I wish I had that mindset. When I was 19. Well, I started my first company when I was 17, 18, and I was making probably way too much money for an 18-year-old, and I blew it all, and I have nothing left of that money. If I had kept it and invested it wisely, we'd be having a completely different conversation. I'd be telling you about the multi-million dollar farm I have built, but that's not the case.
Give it this time next year.
Yeah. We can't live gotta chalk it up to the shoulda coulda woulda bank account. If we're looking at that,
Yeah.
we're all rich, right?
Yeah, right.
So he's got 4 plus the 9 he has with us.
That's what he's saying.
I got to do some numbers on this kid. Let's see.
Yeah, right.
So 13 machines at, let's say, 690.
Yeah, what's your average on the four you got, Eris?
So he's bought useless stuff, didn't satisfy me. Yes, but it's really hard not to smile on a jet ski or a dirt bike. It really is.
Right.
Ron says he missed out on BTC.
There are other coins that are launching around right now. I mean, there's Ravencoin Lite, which they're actually going to go through a name change and disassociate themselves from Ravencoin altogether. It's a very good project. They're trying to ramp up speed times, be a little bit better than Ravencoin
Yep.
when it comes to their algo. So there are other coins out there, man, that you got to look out and see, what's there.
I still think Sheba's got a chance to pump again. I don't think it's done running. Based on the Robinhood news, based upon the fact that it's getting listed on Kraken, and Robinhood around the same time, I definitely think it's got another little spike coming around, down around the corner. He says he's getting 580 now, but obviously, like us, has the ability to tune to 720. So let's say an average of 690, because you're not going to be able to get, in our experience, not going to be able to get every miner to that 720 mark. You're going to have some that just can't do it. So let's say 690 is your average with 13 machines. You're looking at 8,970 mega hash, or 8.97 gigahash is what you'd be looking at with 13 machines. So using your favorite site, let's go back to Litecoin Pool, because we know how much you like Litecoin Pool. $8,970, I think is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Calculate. There you go. There's some interesting numbers for you. He's looking at, I'm not calculating in wattage, so we're just gonna leave that empty. But your net income, not your profit, would be $137.37 a day.
Holy shit!
That's more than minimum wage. That's 40, just under $4,000 a month, right?
Yeah, 4121. It says it right there.
Yep.
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
I'm trying to do it in my head and calculate his wattage cost. I guess I could put that in here.
Yeah, he'd still be around 38.
Yeah. So let's say 1250 for average. $16,250. Yeah, he's pulling in just under $100 a day with the 13 machines he has. 98.37.
So let me ask you this, Arius. What happens next? Like, you're making over minimum wage just by mining. What happens next?
Yeah, what's the big picture? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's $35,400 a year. That's what some families make. That was my starting salary as a teacher, actually.
Had you been still teaching, that would still be your salary.
No. Florida's got a pretty good system for teachers. You start low, but you ramp up fast. So, but that was
Oh.
pretty close to my starting salary.
I want the day when one L3 Plus made $45 a day.
That was only about a
those-
month span. That was only about maybe a month or 2 month span when that happened.
Yeah, we would need 75 cents again, buddy. Which, I mean, it's plausible. I can definitely see Doge at $1, but it's just when.
Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, so I just seen this comment. I definitely would first expand the amount of Litecoin miners I have, then look into GPU mining to try to diversify into another sector. Now, I'll tell you this, Arius, when it comes to GPU mining, if you've ever been addicted to drugs, that's about the synopsis of GPU mining. It is very addictive. It can. I don't have an addictive personality, which is crazy. It's very surprising, but they are very addictive, and every time that you're like, you know what, I got a good thing going, the machine's it's fine tuned, it's great. There's all I'm not trying to be negative either. This is just the joys of GPU mining. Something happens. Like right now, our 3090 is down. And initially, I thought that we had fried the 3090, and luckily, I did not. But I took it apart to see if okay, well, what might it be? Did I fry something inside? What happened?
That alone is
So
nerve wracking.
yeah, and so now I have a $3,000 piece of equipment, just sitting in a table waiting for me to re-thermal paste it and put the thermal pads back. And I'm waiting for a power supply because I fried a power supply. The power supply is what did it, and now I don't have that 3090 running. But that's one thing. Trying to get a Ravencoin rig up, and the operating system won't boot with the cards attached. Like there's a lot of troubleshooting. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of frustration. It's a lot of heartbreak. It's a little bit of everything. Yeah, there you go. See, yeah, power supply there. So it's just it's fun, and it can be very addicting because all of these things happen all at once usually.
Yeah, you also have you definitely look at it as a challenge. I think you're reading all these forums and everything else based upon our conversations. You're trying to beat. I think you look at it as a competition, don't you? You're trying to beat all these hash rates. Seeing 35, 53 mega hash for one of these cards, and you're over there tinkering, trying to get it a little bit higher, a little bit higher.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I could do better. Is basically like it's not I'm not like trying to compete or anything like that. I see what some of the guys can do, and these guys have been in the game forever. You got Red Panda Mining, you got Son of Attack, all of them, and they're like trying to get these cards ran at a level where it's smooth, it's not constantly going down, things like that. Where I'm pushing it a little bit. I know some like they want more reliability and they just want it to function for most purpose. I can get them to a point to where they're stable and hashing it higher. I did it with our 580 rig, 12 cards. All 580s were, I want to say, about 333.8 each of them, and these were XFX cards. These are like cheap China cards. They're not like a sapphire. Like it's not something that can actually handle the hash rate. So it's different things. I have right now. I have a 1660 non TI non super. I have it almost at 30 mega hash, and it's just one of those things. You can't do that on a 1660 that's regular. It's just not. It's not feasible when you look at the numbers and how it's actually like the computing, the processors, everything with inside the chip. It's not really actually supposed to be do that on a GPU.
Awesome. I watched a video today. A guy was heating his pool with his GPU rig.
Yeah, that would be. I could do right now, especially because it's starting to cool down in my area. That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he had 4 3090s, all with water blocks, and he was using a water to liquid heat transfer radiator. So he had the coolant from the GPUs was circulating, but then the water from his pool was cooling down the radiator, and then it would be forced back into the pool. And he was using the pool pump itself to do all this. He tapped into the high pressure side of the pool pump, forced it 100 feet into his house, into this tiny little radiator, which was the liquid to liquid heat transfer, and then back to the pool. I mean, it was only like a 1-inch tube, or 3/8 tube, or sorry, 3/4 tube, but trickling very slowly, circulating that heat around. He said he was heating his pool and cooling down his house too.
Dang.
It's pretty wild to see what people come up with.
Yeah, it is.
My favorite one is the guy in the UK someplace who took his hashing boards and mounted them in the radiator, or the wall heater, the wall mounted radiator, and was mining with it on the wall, but he was heating his apartment. and everything was visible. All the hash boards were visible, and you could see everything. I thought that was one of the cooler ones I've seen.
Yeah. Dude, so they got a little chat going on right now. They're bringing up Keith. And you want to talk about somebody that wants to get the most mega hash out of something, or constantly tinkering or doing something? That guy right there. That like, I'm not the person that people should be leaning on for GPU stuff, but
Keith's crazy, man. He's an
yeah,
awesome guy. He just he actually printed us some junction box covers for our farm that we're gonna test out here. Probably pick them up tomorrow. He said he shipped them out earlier this week. Hopefully they're in the mailbox by tomorrow. And I'll once I have that piece, that PDU, they call it a PDU, but once I have that power, what would you call it? What would you call that cable?
the one we got from whatchamacallit, the spider wire, basically.
Yeah, the splitter or whatever, power splitter.
Yeah, honestly, spider wire sounds the best name for it. I mean, you said that the other day, I think, and that because it's not a PDU. A PDU is a strip, a power strip, basically. Some give readings, some don't, but they provide some form of surge protection. This thing has no surge
Correct.
protection at all. Like there's none.
Well, when I'm done with it, it'll at least have a readout for us. And I was actually looking at maybe putting individual switches on the cords, so we can at least turn off the individual miners. But yeah, it's this cable
Yeah,
that
because if you think about it, dude, because well, no, you could just unplug one miner, I guess, right, from the PSU.
but that's one of my biggest pet peeves, having to unplug a miner to reset it, unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah,
I want to switch. I want to be able to turn it off, or a reset button. They sell, 20 amp little switches, in bulk that are inline. You cut your cord, you splice it in, and it makes
yeah,
individual little toggle switches on the cables. But I'll share all that with you guys once I have a final product, or at least a prototype. We ended up, Scott and Mark found it, and we've been talking about it. Company builds these power displacement boxes. It basically takes 240 and splits it into 8 or 6 or 10 C13 cables for the PSUs. So depending on what breaker you're plugging into, you can power a number of miners with one 240 outlet. So we got it, and it probably would have worked in the state that we got it in, but me being who I am and having an issue with quality control, I looked at this thing and I wouldn't plug it into my stove, let alone, a $1,300 miner. So I took it all apart, sourced out a nicer box, sourced out better cables, cable management. We also got a readout rectifier from, a link from Space Goat, I think the guy's name is.
yeah.
So we're kind of modifying some of that and putting it all together. So it'll be a 240 splitter with a digital readout for voltage and wattage. So we'll be able to see how much amperage and wattage we're pulling with that one cable. But I'll share that with you guys once we get that to the next level. Right now it's not ready, but Keith was nice enough. Long story short, Keith was nice enough to help me design and 3D print a cover for the electrical junction box that this is all contained in. So hopefully it'll be here soon and we can get that, shared here on the channel.
Yeah.
Yes, Keith is amazing. Thank you, Keith. Would you guys consider buying a server case for GPUs? Like Red Pan. Thank you. I keep pushing that every conversation, every business conference call that the three of us have. I bring that up at least once. I want one. I think we need to have one.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. However, I don't want to pay $1,000 for an octo miner. But There are other server cases out there that are just as comparable to Octominer. The one rig that I'm building for us, that's a Raven rig, I have all of the parts, so there's no need for us to have a server case, but that is on the list, the honeydew list, for sure.
Well, we have a server rack already to mount it in, so
Yeah.
I,
So
I
yeah,
just
definitely.
I like form in fitment. I think that's why I never really got into GPU rigs, because they're just open cased and they just, I have kids and
Oh,
I can just imagine a toy flying and hitting it.
dude, if you watch the last video that I posted up for my crypto content, I basically doing a remodel of one of the rigs, and you could see in the background where my garage is. I actually made a makeshift on one of my like shelving units, just some cheap Home Depot shelving unit, and I have GPUs just hanging off of it, and they're mining away. It's so funny.
As the fans ramp up, they twist because they're hanging from a zip
No.
tie.
Yeah, they are hanging from zip ties, but they don't twist. But yeah. Hey man, whatever works, right? I mean, they're mining, and that's
Yep,
all that matters.
making you money.
Yeah.
Red Panda's electrical setup is super cool with the readouts and all the huge cables that feeds the other cables. Looks like the king of plugs. Yeah, I don't like plugs. I don't like cables. Coming from a welding background, coming from someone who deals with electricity, the more interference or connections you have, the more resistance you're going to have. So the least amount of resistance you have from point A to point B, point A being the power supply, point B being your miner, the better your power supply is going to be. When you have multiple plugs and multiple connections, you're increasing the resistance. You're increasing the chance for overheating and cable melts and burnouts. He's got a cool setup. Personally, it's not something that I would do. What we are planning to do, and I'm gonna make videos and bring you guys along, the path on how we do this. We're having 100 amp services, 100 amp drops put in for each one of our racks, and on our racks, I am building sub panels. So each miner is going to have its own breaker for safety and surge protection, and it's going to have a single plug into that 100 amp service. So again, quick line, fastest point from A to B is a straight line. That's what I want. I want least resistance, I want least amount of connections, and I want it to be as safe as possible. So that's the way we're doing it. He wants to go the plug and play method because obviously he's doing it in his basement, and that's what he's probably limited to doing. It's fine, it works for him. For us personally, I don't feel safe doing that, especially with other people's equipment. He can do that with his own equipment, and he wants to risk melting cables. Go for it. We're hosting people's equipment. We're trying to set up a professional mining farm. We're not going that. We're going to go the next step above and beyond and do it proper, do it right. And of course, you guys are going to see the whole process. So hopefully that helps. That was a bit of a spiel on electrical, but hopefully that kind of clears up some things and questions people may have.
Yeah. If anybody's seen my Twitter account yesterday, I am not a specialist in electrical whatsoever.
I can pull it up for everybody if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. And they can see my masterpiece as to why my 3090 is not working right now.
Let's see if I can find it.
So Era said the less cables, the better, obviously. The less stuff there is, the less stuff we can break. Correct. Yeah, we don't want to break anything. Because you know what? We break your equipment, that's on you, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
So there's
I do like. Go ahead.
There's your melted cables for everyone to see.
Boom. Dude, I couldn't believe it. I thought because that bottom picture is the input for the 3090, the power for the 3090.
Yeah.
I thought I burned that up, but come to find out it's that guy. power supply. That's a gaming X power supply. It's not a cheap power supply. It's like $140 power supply. So the fact that I don't know. I'm just baffled. But either way, you guys got to be cautious.
Yep.
That is a real danger right there. There's literally a fire in my mining area.
Unreal. Yeah, we want to avoid that from happening. And if something like that does happen, we want the breakers to trip and, for the process to be snuffed out and stopped. We don't want it to continue. A lot of issues that I see other mining farms have, or hobbyist miners in their basement, is they have multiple miners plugged into one breaker. You blow that breaker, your whole mining operation goes down. The way I'm trying to set it up for our farm, one breaker pops, one miner goes down. We're not going to lose the entire rack. We're only going to lose one miner. So, like you see, less cables, less risk, more profitability, all that fun stuff.
So Ron asked, I finally got back in the positive on SafeMoon. Yeah, me too. So, good on that. Any idea how long I'll be holding the bag on Jaws? So are you holding Jaws just specifically, or what are you doing on Jaws? What bag is on Jaws? Is my question. Because I think right now at this point I'm probably in like 4 different pools with Jaws.
Yeah,
well, with Autoshark, not just Jaws, but
right. So Jaws did have a high today, or sorry, Fins had a high of today of like 41, I think, and Jaws had a high of like 18. Down to 13 right now. But like many, everyone tried to jump into that infinity vault and get that crazy hashing rate that they were pushing out.
have you seen well, we both tried to get into the squid vault
Yeah, that's
that's
what I'm
there,
talking about.
and I have the I got into the squid B&B one.
Yep, me too.
I don't think that this squid is related to the one that did the rug pull, but I'm just like, I can't find like real legit information with this squid.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, the price has definitely dropped a bit for squid itself. So and I'm also in that same vault, the B&B, the Raft B&B, or the B&B liquidity pool with squid.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like Autoshark has taken the necessary steps to prevent an attack like that from happening again. I think it's only a matter of time, Ron, before we see the price start climbing. Autoshark Finance has a lot going for it. Multiple audits being passed. They have the whole NFT platform that people seem to really like. I think it's only a matter of time before we see Jaws and Finn come back up to maybe not all-time highs, in the near future, but definitely it'll start climbing. I feel in the near future. Just based, I mean, they've launched like 8-step plans for what they're doing to increase the profitability of their coins. They know their coin value has dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've already noticed, like they already have burner pools, which is that's next level. I have not seen any company do that before. A burner vault. That's that is different.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah. So this squid B&B, they're at 70,000 again, dude. As an APY, like how does it even work?
But the price of squid has dropped, so even though it's up at 70,000, no, you're still down. The overall. I mean, I'm down 50% almost. I put.
So this is that same coin then, right?
What's that?
Like this is the Squid Game coin.
Oh,
that rug pull.
Is that what it is? A Squid Game?
Well, that one there. So there was a Squid coin that came out recently that was related to, with trying to be related to Squid Game, the series on Netflix, even though they said that they had nothing to do with it. Um,
I thought this squid was launched by Autoshark,
yeah, I don't know.
following the
There's
whole fish theme.
yeah, there's 40,000 in it, so it probably is. Autoshark deployer. I'm looking at a BSC scan right now, trying to
Gotcha.
figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, I put 1,000 into it, or just under 1,000, and I'm down to just under 6 right now in value.
We didn't even put in that much though. Like, I mean, I'm not. I said that wrong. We didn't put it in when it like was really spiking, is what I'm saying. Like we found it early on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when we were started, when I sent the text to you, it was marked as the Infinity Pool, or
Oh,
Infinity
was it?
Vault. It had 20 billion in
Yeah,
APY. Whatever it was.
it was crazy, a crazy number.
Brian wants
I'm
to know,
not
what is Autoshark.
Autoshark. So Autoshark is DeFi. Definance crypto is a risk level or a risk tolerance that you really have to do your research on. Autoshark.finance, it- mainly with the Binance Smart Chain. They you acquire certain cryptos, you stake them, and then they will also earn passive income for you. I have a little over a couple grand in there now at this point, but I'm still kind of just being cautious. But one thing that makes me feel comfortable about using this company is what we've seen up top, which is all of the audits that they passed. The big one being Certic, because that's basically the I don't want to say like end all be all, but that is definitely a company. If you pass them, you're showing a lot of legitimacy in your project.
Yep. I'm big into compound interest. That's why I like it. I like
Hmm.
Autoshark, and I like BSW as well, or BuySwap. And there's BuySwap will soon be doing NFTs as well. But you have your vault, and you have your dividend is what people mainly use to earn interest. So the big one that people are in right now would be either they're focusing on the Autoshark coins, which is Jaws and Fins, and then you have a couple of other ones like the Scott and I and Mark are all in, which would be, I'm trying to find it here as I'm talking.
Squid's
Fins,
number
so
4.
there it is, Squid B and B. So the APY on this one is at 70,000, or seven yeah seven 70,256 APY, and at the current value of the coin, if you wrap, so it's not actually $1,000. You have to have what, $500 or $1,000 worth of squid and $1,000 worth of BNB to make the $1,000 investment, or is it
Uh,
500 and 500?
they have to be even. You don't have to make exactly the amount, but to make like what's on their calculator, it needs to be 5 and 5.
5 and 5. Okay, so taking $500 worth of squid, $500 worth of BNB, wrapping them together in a liquidity pool, you are earning $18.12 a day, compounding. And you know it's $9, I think, right now is the transaction fee to claim your rewards, or you just let it sit there and keep earning interest. If you claim it, it goes over automatically to their dividend pools. So your B&B would go into the wrapped B&B, I believe, and then obviously your Jaws would go over here. And then those APYs are just under 500 and just over 300. So you're compounding on compounds.
It's amazing. It's legitimate passive income.
Yeah. but you can also get burned. It's just about how much
Yeah.
risk you're willing to take. Like Ron was saying earlier, he had
Well,
25 into it, and now
and
he's
we were
he's
talking
out.
about the possible rug. Well, not possible. It was a legitimate rug pull. But trying to figure out, well, is this token associated with that or not? Like you have to know your risk because there is a possibility that you could get rug pulled.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of talked about it, I think, on your channel a little bit in the live stream we did on your channel. You know how I rate things risk wise. So you
Mm-hmm.
have green, yellow, red. Autoshark to me, even with what has happened, still to me is in between green and yellow. It's still moderate risk to green being I'm all in. Like I am with mining. Mining to me is green. You know, passive income, investing, return on my investment, that would be green. That's mining for me. BitConnect, if everybody remembers BitConnect or some of these other rug pulls, those are red. UTI, whatever it is, some of the other ones that were out there, those are red investments. Never audited, just kind of pump and dump. Autoshark, like I said, that's yellow green because of their audits, because they're active. As soon as this rug pull happened and as soon as they started having issues on their site, they immediately tweeted out and said, hey, we're handling it, we're on top of it. And then once everything finally cooled down and they were able to settle everything, they released an 8-point plan to bring back the value of Jaws and Fins, their main coins. So I like it a lot. I like the fact that they're taking the initiative, and that's big to me, is seeing that the developers are active. Because once they stop being
Yeah.
active, then I'm out. But we can definitely, walk you through it, Brian, if that's something you're interested in taking the risk in. Like it says underneath my, somewhere down here, where is it there? Not financial advisor, not financial advice. You have to be, it's all understanding the risk and the reward at the end of the day. But, you dabble in option trading and puts, so you understand risk. It's the wild west for sure.
Yeah, no, crypto for sure is the wild wild west.
Not just some Will Smith movie.
That would be my question. Do you think that Wild Wild West movie was actually good?
I plead the fifth.
You did. That's so funny. So
It had its moments. It had its stupid humor.
So it's just like crypto then. That
Yep.
movie and crypto, they relate.
If you went into that movie with Will Smith and you saw the cover of it and you were thinking you were going to get some kind of realistic Western movie, you were high.
Yeah.
Come on now. Take it for what it is. Sci-fi Western movie. It's going to be stupid.
Yeah. Ron says something good. It's fun, but it's not for the timid.
Yes. Anybody that's been in it for, longer than 2 years into crypto, can kind of see what's going on. Brian says, yes, sir. I was wondering what was the risk with Autoshark. Yeah, the risk is you lose it all. The risk is the coins plummet and you lose all your money. But, with crypto being so volatile and speculative, you see things like Ron was talking about, SafeMoon. I myself and Ron and others got into SafeMoon, another cryptocurrency that was doing really well and then dropped, and has now started to climb again. Jaws and Autoshark and Fins being another one. Right now, I don't know if you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, they're sitting at just 13 cents and 37 cents for the two coins that their platform pushes. At the peak before this event happened, they were at 70 cents or 60 cents and 70 cents or whatever, or 40 cents. They lost 50% of their value in a matter of hours. It happens. That's the nature of cryptocurrency. It can happen at any point in time. It's just limiting your risk and having a game plan so you can avoid things like that happening. If you were lucky enough to get into this and you made your money back, and we've talked to other people in the chat. One of Mark's followers from his podcast, Pulse, is that his name?
Yeah.
Pulse. He was telling us that he made his money back. He invested 4,800, or he made 48K, whatever he did, he made it all back. And my immediate advice to him was to pull out the money, pull out your initial investment and play with house money. And now that's kind of the smart bet to do. And at that point in time, when you have that rug pull or you have that crash, you made your money back. You had fun doing it. It's not a complete loss. It's a learning experience. But
in my opinion, the Jaws token itself, especially with the additional utility of their NFTs, like my value for it is at like 30 cents. Like I feel like that 30 cents is a reasonable price to for Jaws to be at. So I think personally it might come back, and you never know. Again, we're not financial advisors. We don't know anything. We're just guys on the internet. But it might be a great time to pick some up. You never know. Like everything's all just a toss of the coin, I guess you could say, or something like the research in crypto. You can do research like you would analyze stocks and bonds and things like that, and other financial vehicles. It's not the same. Like something can go left immediately after doing something, and in my experience, every time I decide I'm going to start entertaining a new project, it decides to go down immediately. So it's one of those things. It's you gotta your risk. If you're willing to lose whatever you're putting in, like it enjoy the ride.
Yep. But it's nice projects like this. Even if it goes down and you're still holding, it's going to continue to pay out. So it's just going to take a little bit longer to make your money back. So even though Ron's saying he's holding a bag, my perspective, you're still making pay. You're still getting daily rewards that compound. So you'll be right back to that 2,500 in no time, just holding it. Not investing anymore. But like Mark said, with it being low, it may be a good opportunity to buy in at a low price. Pump and dump, whatever it may be, as it climbs. We were talking within our group of 3 that we have at Coastal Crypto. Shiba Inu pumped. I had 7 million worth of Shiba Inu that I picked up for like $50. I made like $1,000 off it, sold it, waited for it to drop, and got back in at 15 million Shiba Inu for the same 1,000. So I'm playing with house money in my eyes. I was able to pick up more Shiba by selling less. Buy low, sell high.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Shiba, so I have no problem.
You got burned by Shiba. We understand.
I didn't get burned. I got in when everybody else got in. Then they started talking crap directly to Billy Marcus, and I was like, I'm out. You can't get famous this way. This is not how you launch your project.
Agreed. I did not like that either. But I'm in it for the money. I'm in it wherever I can make money. I'm gonna make money.
Yeah, I hear that. Some of us have morals and pride.
Yeah. Slip of the tongue. Sorry for underage listeners. So Safe Moon, right? Safe Moon. Yeah, that's a good one. Safe Moon is another one of my favorites. I Shiba Inu isn't a favorite coin. It's not something that I support. It's something that I see as a pump and dump, and once I make a little money, I'm gonna get out of it again. I heard some news and I got into it. So
Yeah. I'm curious as to just see where Safe Moon takes from here. Obviously, there's version 2 coming out soon. And we all need to keep an eye on that because they may actually switch the token from the Binance network to their own blockchain. It's something you have to keep an eye on.
yep,
And like for me, they haven't really done anything that's like really innovative, even though they have like plans. Like their white paper is legit, in my opinion, personally, and they keep adding and expanding to it as they're more developing things. But it's still like, what have you done that separates you from all the other coins? And that's an issue I have with Shiba too now at this point. Now it's pumping and it's becoming recognized. What are you doing differently than all the other coins? Because so far they're not doing anything.
right, right. Yeah, I mean the only thing that stands out with Safe Moon was the tokenomics. They were one of the first to launch with the tokenomics.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they have what's it? The off. Where do they build the office first?
Colorado.
No, the Gambia.
Oh yeah. They're trying to integrate their token to be or go alongside with the currency that's in Gambia because Gambia really doesn't have a currency.
Right. Right. I mean, it's a young coin. It has a lot of potential. I like it. I like the team. I like what they're doing. So, hey, it's funny. I keep bringing up people from the chat, from your channel to my channel. They end up just popping in. So we were just talking about Paulson. He's now in the chat room. His ears must have been ringing.
Right. We were just talking about all that money that you made. Or you made back.
Made back. I hope you took our advice and pulled it out when you did. Play with that house money after Autoshark dropped a little hiccup. Nothing big, nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Don't be scared. Yeah, Shiba Inu's down 30% so far.
Ouch.
Yep. Dogecoin is up 13% for 7 days for the past 7. I'm looking at the 7 days, not the 24-hour guys. I'm looking at the 7-day here. So Doge is up 13. Shiba's down 31. Bitcoin's up 6.3. Ethereum's up 15. Yeah, Ethereum's rocketing right now. They're at 45.75.
Well, they hit an all-time high today.
Yep. And Binance too. Binance is up there 24% up. And Cardano, I'm sure everybody's loving Cardano. Lots of long-term Cardano holders.
That's ADA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many fanboys for that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I bought into it back when I was big into master nodes because they were offering staking. But I sold my ADA when it hit $1, so I lost out.
I'm out.
I'm out. I didn't even know I had it. I found it on an old laptop that I was gonna reset for my wife so she could use it for her school, and just happened to see an old Cardano wallet on there and got lucky.
That's hilarious.
Ron's long-term ADA.
put some perspective on what's going on with Ethereum. 130.90 makes $10 a day, almost $11 a day before power.
That's more than an L3,
That's insane.
but that's twice as much as an L3.
You can get them for like 1,800. You gotta look. You gotta really look, but you can get them for 1,800.
Do some legwork.
Yeah.
It's a lot of walking.
I will say this too. It only takes 8 3090s to get to 1 gigahash of Ethereum. And that would be $85 a day. That doesn't sound right. 1 gigahash is more than that.
What do you want? What to mine?
Yeah.
I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are they?
You can't go to the cards though because they don't max these things out on the when you go to a GPU profitability ranking. Yeah, you actually have to go to click the GPU and type in like the mega hash that they can actually get.
So we talking 3090 or 3090 Ti?
3090. There's no such thing as a 3090 Ti.
Well, they got it listed. Oh, sorry, 3080.
3080 Ti can get out to about 100 mega hash. Where did you go? Here you go.
Where did I go?
I found you.
I disappeared.
You want to unselect that 480 because it's going to calculate based on 480 gigabyte. So 3090 can get 125 mega hash. Easy. You don't have it selected.
What's going on?
Just, I don't know. Where did the 3090 go?
There it is. I got it.
That's a 3080 Ti. Oh, there.
Like, yeah, $9.70.
Yeah, but that's not right. They're doing low figures. Because it'll go off of at 320 watts you can get 125 mega hash.
What are they saying here?
114.
114.
10 mega hash is a lot. That's in some cases a card. A very low end cheap card, but that's still a card. But if you under ETH hash, if you type in instead of where it says 114, if you put 125, it's same watts. Don't change the watts at all. You should be able to get like an accurate number, and it'll say like 10 and some change.
1062.
Yeah. That's nuts, man.
That's just getting your hands on one. It's tough right now.
Oh, I know. I know.
Gotta go stab somebody in the back alleyway and get your hands on one.
Oh, I have horror stories already. I met a crackhead in a parking lot for a 480 the other day. Not the other day. This was like 2 weeks ago. Legit crackhead. Like, it's scary. It was very scary. It was 11 o'clock at night, too. I'll never do that again.
Did he have the card?
Yeah, he had the card.
Oh, then who cares?
I know.
What are the gun laws like out there, huh?
They're very, very friendly. So, yeah, what's funny is Texas always claims that like they're very pro gun or whatever. Like, but our laws are even that much more. I guess you could say like pro Second Amendment than Texas is. It is very crazy here.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some stories. I mean, living in Florida for a number of years, Florida's got some pretty lax or Second Amendment, friendly bylaws for handguns as well or firearms as well. But some of the stories I've heard from your neck of the woods in Texas are out there.
Well, we don't have a Florida man though.
Yeah, that's true. No Florida man. Isn't Jesse James in Arizona though?
Is he? That's a good question. I know his ex used to live here, so probably
Jesse
the
James
crazy.
Firearms.
Yeah, I'd have to look. The big one here, what are they? It's Arizona something. Arizona Firearms. That's the big one here. They always have the best deals especially on handguns.
I've been out of the firearm game for a long time. My grandfather left. Who was former Marine, and left me. He was an avid collector, and in his will left a bunch of very nice, one of a kind, a couple,
Yeah.
original 1911s. Had a Walter PP9 007 serial number. Like he had a pretty cool collection. And left me quite a big portion of it, and I had to sell most of them to pay for my wedding. So
Oh wow.
that was kind of the last I saw of my firearm experience.
They're in Austin. Jesse James Firearms.
Oh, they're in Austin, Texas. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Paul says he rolled profits into Squid, not the Squid Game token rug pull, but
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, trying to figure out if that was the same token or not. So we're coming to a conclusion that that is not the Squid Game token.
right. That's what he's saying too. They just have the same name.
Well, I'm curious what they're going to do with this token then.
I think they'll promote it like they've been doing fins and everything else. And
Yeah.
Ron, 1911 is what?
Yeah, I used to have a 1911. I need to build another one of those.
He
Well,
he,
not
he
build,
had
it's like
he had some real low serial number 1911s. Yeah. One of them paid for my wedding and my honeymoon.
Dang.
You do what you got to do when you're trying to make your future wife happy.
So how was Chuck E. Cheese? She's not in the room, right?
No, she's not. I ended up actually not almost not making it to my wedding. No,
Well, you told me about that.
yeah. Ron says he's got a Springfield 1911.
Dang. So somebody said that that seems like a scam, but somebody in the Discord said that eBay has L7s for 40K.
That's messed up.
That is messed up. Anyways, let's get an L7 so we can put it on eBay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until
It is
November
messed
of
up.
next year.
Now let me do it.
I think Brian might be in the chat. You can ask him.
Let's flip $49,000, 25 watchers. Buy it now. $74.67 shipping.
There's no way he has it. There's no way he has it.
No one has them yet. No one has them. And there's rumors out there that they're not even gonna ship. So it's 37.77 cents. Like, oh my God, ships from China. That's legitimate, sure.
They were in stock for a while at 12K as well on the site. So like 24K really.
Yeah, because you think about that. Like, if even if you got them from Bitmain directly, right? Bitmain doesn't pay the duty tax that's for customs. And when they send their shipments too, they actually put the value of it. So if you get it from Bitmain, you may end up having to go to customs and hand over some more cash because there's some form of tax along with customs. And then they don't pay for shipping. And so if you don't get it on the slow boat and you want air shipping, that's another few $100s right on top like this. There's a lot that Bitmain doesn't cover that all of a sudden, you're adding four, five, six, seven, eight, $9,000 right onto their price tag. It's ridiculous.
Tariffs are no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we you going through that with our last China supplier right there, weren't you? You know, trying to get them to mark down the value of it so we could get it through customs a little easier.
Yeah, yeah, no, they wanted to put full value, and I'm like, no, 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 dude, you need each L3 needs to be at least like $100. Like, I don't, you gotta be careful, and they're so stupid. So they, sorry to be like this on your channel, like
No,
my
you're
channel, I
cool.
don't care, whatever, but like, are you okay if I go over like some of the frustrations that
Yeah, go
we've
for it.
had?
Lay it
Okay,
on them.
so. Yeah, so especially for those in the group, we talk, and I don't speak positively about anybody trying to do things through Alibaba. Y- I've had fortunate luck, I guess you could call it, and unfortunate luck. But this last go around, we went to go order 10 miners. We got them at a very good deal in China, and that was 60 days ago, right? Or less, what, maybe 45 days ago. We had the order confirmed at the very beginning of October,
Yep.
and you know, things were good. Sent a wire over. Hey, get it going. Let's go. And what frustrates me the most is I have bought from this person and company previously and had no problem, for the exception of the quality of the miner. But even then, I knew what I was paying for because of the discount rate of the L3 that I was getting it for. So now this time goes around, all of a sudden the jerk, ghosted me. He's like a rug pull almost. And so going back, and I'm very persistent, and I will bother the shit out of you until I get what I want. So continue reaching out to him, reaching out to basic. I'm pretty sure I messaged probably every single employee at that company until he started responding back to me. And finally, he did. We started, talking a little bit more. I had to renegotiate the deal. So now instead of 10, we're getting 8. So annoying. Uh, and now he's getting ready to ship them. And so we have pictures of them in a box. My name's on it. Our company name is on it. Well, not our company name entirely, but like the nickname that we use for the company. Uh, he labeled the boxes as L3s, which I'm like, why are you doing that? That's so stupid. And stop doing that. Asked him to wipe them down and get rid of that verbiage off of it. And then we started talking about the invoice of, okay, well, what are you telling customs that these are, and what are they? Their computer servers, is what he's telling them, and how much are they worth, things like that. And he wanted to label them one price, and I'm like, no, you need to do it at $100 per. Like, stop. I don't even know why I'm telling. He does this for a living, and I'm telling him how to do, how to make it to where this thing goes through customs smoothly. Like, I'm not even experienced that well with custom stuff. I've only done a few orders with China, and obviously with the expertise of them, doing it. But yeah, also I don't know why they sent them like covered with that weird industrial dust. Too crazy. Oh, too lazy to wipe them or something. Dude, dude, I don't know if you got a couple miners from China, like, you open these things up. I posted some pictures either in the channel or on social media somewhere. I posted them, but like one of them, I I think something died inside of it. Like, I was like, I cannot believe this. Like, you just like how much dust was in there, like, cleaning them. You know what? I have a video ready. I should actually do that and just show like how I cleaned the one of the L3s that we got in our last order. Like, it was god awful.
So that's it for our China ordering. We're no longer going to China.
Yeah, we do not. So, Eris, your L3s are not coming from that supplier. That is not one of the L3s you're getting. But yeah, hey, we're getting, that's part of that 40 that's coming in though. So it's fun times.
Uh, it's hit or miss. That is what it is.
Yeah.
We're getting them. It sucks. We know we had to renegotiate, or you had to renegotiate, and we're getting less. But whatever. Hopefully,
Luckily I negotiated with him to get some items that we needed, like more power supplies. I'm sure they'll get blown right away, but we are in need of power supplies.
you got a nice collection of dead ones.
Yeah, we have a nice collection of dead ones. So uh, I was able to snake a few of those from him. I don't even want to say snake. That is basically owed, but got a good handful of power supplies that are coming along with the shipment. So, take the good with the bad. We're still getting the miners. They're on their way. And now we're just, instead of 2 additional miners, we're getting, a good handful of power supplies. So we have it on hand and back up.
Yeah, which we need. Small dead insects, heat sinks near the intake, etc. Tons of strong sticks and dust. Yeah.
Yeah, what were they, like, in the swamp somewhere? Like, what is going, like, where are these machines in, like, are they in coal plants? Like, I know that they had them in big industrial areas because, like, China really controls what goes on where. Uh, and I know, like they were in the industrial areas, but come on, dude, like, how are they even functioning back then when they were turned on? With how are they not all burned up? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I mean, I've seen some of the older videos where they were showing mining farms in China, and they're like old, warehouses that were missing. There were the walls. It was basically just the structural framing of these warehouses. So they're all open air, and it was just
Yeah.
a mess of cables powering everything.
Can you
Because they were getting them
imagine,
cheap.
like, yeah, they were getting them dime a dozen basically, right? Can you just imagine, like, that happened and all of a sudden the price blows up, and they just have them in these rundown warehouses where you could literally walk into the side of the building and take a couple. And we're over here now paying fucking, my bad, paying $1,500 for an L3 and you're getting this from China. Like, it's crazy. I can't. It's hard to imagine, but that this is reality that we're going through. Luckily, we've gone through the heartache and the pains of actually having to, bring these things back to life, clean them. Yeah. I just saw your the move. Yeah, luckily, we're going through the heartache in learning how to clean these things, bring them back to, what could possibly be 100%, but we had to go through that pain.
Low key weed smell, on it. It was from
I
Amsterdam.
smelled
Trust me.
one of mine smelled like cigarettes. Bad. It was bad. I couldn't believe it. I had to take it outside and clean
Guy
it.
just sitting there breathing into it, watching it.
Yeah. It- I don't know if you ever watched not Initial D, the
Yep.
dad. He always had a cigarette in his mouth. He was always trying to smoke a cigarette.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I could just see him sitting in front of it.
You're making yourself look old there.
What?
Initial D is a classic. It won't go away. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to get my son into it.
Yeah, mine's still a little young. That's
I'm
funny.
trying to send you the picture. I don't know if you can. I guess I would have to send it via email, huh?
Or tweet it out.
Oh yeah, here I'll do that.
What about Gold Shell X5 software? Unpacked and applied to the L3 transforms your L3 into an X5.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. That's a
But can you still get the 720 mega hash? Yeah, we know that the Gold Shell Litecoin miners, KDA miners are literally, we understand that they're pretty much all the same. Even in the silica, the A6s are two L3s back to back.
yeah.
So the X5 was never for sale. There's now one on eBay. 600 watts at 600 mega hash. Are you writing that down? Because that's something that I might have to look into.
I'm copying that right now.
I got my notepad next to me every episode because somebody always brings something useful to the table.
All right, Corey, you got to tell us where do we get the software from? What BitTorrent do we have to follow? Is it on Chai's algorithm? Where is it at? Tell me.
Got to log into LimeWire again or something?
Right? It's on Napster somewhere. Let me just call Justin Timberlake real quick. We'll find this software. Really? My notepad. I would be down to like get that though and like just test it live.
Yeah. I'm definitely that was my thought process immediately. Unpack the CPQ.
The
Had to come blow your mind. Phew.
Yeah, the compact computer. They still make those?
It says Gold Shell firmware is actually firmware packed as Android.
Oh, it's a APK or whatever. No way. You think that they would well, I mean, Bitmains is what it's a file. It's a zip file, right?
Yeah,
For
they're
the most part.
basically Raspberry Pis.
They're using smartphone chips for their control boards. I love that you like really dug into this. You've been researching this, Corey.
Corey, do you know how to use a T9 control board to power multiple T9 hashboards? Well, looking for software designers, apply here.
I just tweeted out the L3 pictures. If you want to share that, that's so funny.
Wait,
from China.
What do you say? Smartphone shit. You got that? Look at GitHub. I'm spreading my findings. Appreciate it.
9+ actually. What did you get for hash rates? For which pulse?
So, Corey, to jump back to a conversation, since you're running the T9s, the T9s we know have the supports, or looks like it should support 6 hash boards, but it only runs 3 at a time. We want to figure out a way to run multiple hash boards on one control board. Yeah, those are some nasty miners. I got them pulled up now for everybody to see.
It's so disgusting. If you look at the one picture, you can see that's how we got that L3. And the other one, you could see the boards somehow jumped out of the groove
Yep.
and like they were stuck. I had to take a small mallet on the rubber side of the mallet and I had to like knock it out to get it out of there.
That hurts. That hurts my soul.
I know, it was so frustrating.
Yeah, those things are crusty.
I'll tell you what though, that one right there is doing this one specifically is doing 720.
Is this one that we have in the farm, or you still got that one?
No, I'm gonna send that one as soon as we get Old Blue up.
Okay.
But yeah, even though it's that, I was still able to bring it back to life. It's crazy.
Yep. They're pretty robust, machines. They're simple. They're not. They're doing complex things, but they're simple construction.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pulse was talking about the gold shell on the L3 software. He says he's done it OS. Corey says just daisy chained serial. You can run as many as you want.
Gold Shell X5, you said?
Yep. Just more hair dust. 350 frequency, 730 equals 8500 terahash. You mean 8.4 or 84 terahash?
It's on GitHub.
Well, I think he's also talking about the T9. You have a dashboard which connects as a serial to your control board or computer. Your control board is modular. Yes, we understand that portion of it, and we understand that that the fact that the control board has to pick up the same serial number on the hash boards. We've run into that problem, I think, with one of our L3s that we just got, where the serial numbers don't match up, so we have a dead board. So we have to get, Zeus, was it Zeus mining? They have the tools to reflash the serial numbers on the hash boards. So if you're saying that's all we have to do is match the serial numbers across all 6 boards to run on one hash board, that may be something we have to look further into.
Oh, yeah.
If it's that simple, I thought that might be more to it. But if it's already compatible and able to support the 6 boards, you just have to make sure that the serial numbers are congruent. I think let's go for it. Can you guys do a tutorial on how to get this done? I think we might have to. I think we're going to have to pick up some T9 boards, and we already try to figure this out. And also try to figure out the X5 firmware.
Yeah, I'm still looking for it. It's not. I thought it was on their GitHub, but it's not there. I'll find it. When we get offline, I'll find it. I did send you the A6 Plus firmware. I found that. So when we actually get them in hand, we need to flash one and see if it'll take it.
Okay, it's just a stock firmware, though?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the A6 and the A6 Plus, the A6 Plus can get like 1.4.
Oh, you want to try flashing an A6 with A6 Plus firmware?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Says they have a serial interface on the end. I was running a T9 board with the Bitfury as the controller. What? No. No. You passed my knowledge, man. It's really that simple. These are not complex things. I know they're not complex things, but I know nothing about software engineering and programming. I can take shit apart and put it back together. I'm pretty good at that. I pick things up and put them down.
I can't type in the hardware part of Discord.
Yeah, man, share it out. I mean, if also if you want to get in touch with Steamy, if this is something you want to share, Steamy has a wiki page he's putting together for side hustle and crypto. Kind of, making sure that we, share all the knowledge.
He's having trouble actually typing this out in the Discord channel. So to make sure that you go to the page where you can select your roles, and then you should be able to type in the actual hardware channel.
Yeah, so you have to go to rules, right? Is that what we have? Is that what Chip set up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to rules and react.
And then you should be able to actually type in any of the channels there.
Yep. Make sure you tag me in it so I can up your status as well, because that's useful information. And I want to learn more.
Right?
There we go. I see you. Crypto Talk. He's talking about Crypto Talk. Gold Shell X looks a lot like the L3. Their firmware also runs on L3 at the X5 specs. Crazy how that happens.
We call it firmware, but it's really just software.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to we have to expand this conversation a little bit further.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. Especially if you're I think we're gonna have to order one of the serial programmers from Zeus.
Let's just do it. What is it? It's
like
it. Yeah.
I don't even know where half my channels are on my own Discord anymore.
Chip and Steamy, like they went above and beyond on your Discord, dude.
Yeah, they're awesome. Corey, I'm bumping you up to MVP, my friend.
Lucky.
Paul says X5 OS flash to L3 plus. That's no extra hardware needed. There's no extra hardware needed. From what I'm gathering from what Corey is saying, no. It's just making sure the serial numbers and everything are correct, and everything can be read and flashing it correctly. I'm assuming it must be a. You have to scroll up here to see what you said, Corey. I'm sorry. My brain is shit.
Well, dude, if you look at it, the X5 is it's an L3.
Yeah. So is the Innosilica A, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're all. I mean, all the miners are pretty much all the same. They're just different, packaged differently. I mean, the A4. Look at the A4. The A4 is the same. It is an L3.
Yeah.
But they're saying the L3 is doing, so the A4 Plus is doing 620 at 750. Corey's saying the A6 is junk. Steer clear.
Oh. Why would he say that? That's rude.
Yeah, why would you say that, Corey? That hurts my feelings.
Did you not see the picture of the L3 that he just shared? There's junk.
I think the A4 Dominator, that was a shit one from Innosilica.
Why isn't this like out there though? Like I would think that this type of modification would be like on board somewhere. Not many people use Bitcoin Talk anymore, but I mean somewhere, something.
I think we need to turn our wiki. I think Steamy needs to turn our wiki page into that.
Yeah, Steamy needs to figure it out then, damn it.
Come on.
Yeah, get your stuff together.
He says, I spend my days playing with all the hardware, currently working on two Spadoodle
Well,
X36.
do you have the firmware?
Yeah, go here. I'll pin my email or the office email at the top here. Let me do that. Hold on. There. I pinned a message. There's our email. Send me the firmware.
Because I can't even find the firmware. And can I do it? Well, not the X6, obviously, but what about the X5S? Because that's supposedly supposed to get more.
Well, the
13
X6 is Fusion Silicon, not Innosilica.
No, the X6 is the gold shell. Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Look at my page. The A6 is Innosilica. X6 is Fusion Silicon.
Mining and equipment is the hardware channel. He's like, I'll join the conversation. A6 is junk. Steer clear. I can't believe you said that. It was so rude.
Very rude.
Yeah. Why do you say that though? I need to know why you say that.
I think you're right. I think if we can get the A6 plus firmware on the A6, we'll be gold. I mean, I think that's a winner all day long. They're the same chips, aren't they? Power, fan, temperature, humidity.
I don't know. I'm on gold shell right now, trying to find firmware.
Sorry. I'm looking at Innosilica. You look at gold shell.
Yeah.
And you're also in the Discord too, talking in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm everywhere, man.
I mean, I got some epoxy at the office. I mean, we can glue some L3s together and call them an A6.
Yeah, right.
He just posted it. He posted it. Boom. Where's the hardware channel? So if you can't see all the channels on the Side Hustle Enterprise Discord, make sure you go to the rules and react at the bottom of the rules.
Yeah, so I was just at this GitHub page. They don't have the X5 on here. They have the STC box, the LB box, KD, CK5, handshake ones, and then mini Doge, LT5, and LT5 Pro. I don't see any of the X models.
Corey lied.
Right?
He bashed the A6 and he lied to us.
Here, let's talk X5 to the L3 Plus. Haha. No, it's just that's just the GitHub for. I mean, it's for all the firmwares, but it doesn't have the X5 on there, unless I'm missing it. Oh, why isn't this like a thing talked about?
It needs to be talked about. Because if we can make this happen, do you know how much space that would clear up on our 100 amp breakers?
Yeah, a lot. Yes, I know.
I mean, we would be losing money when it comes to hosting.
I don't care about that.
Neither do I, because it gives us space to buy more miners.
Yeah.
Well, it gives us space to run more miners for ourselves.
He's like, I'm looking. Maybe they moved it.
Look faster, damn it.
I know. I'm looking too, man. I found the East Shore website about the... Dude, it is the L3. Like, they even use the same heat sinks.
Share your screen. Can you share your screen? I'll move my head out of the way.
It's the same machine. Like, supposedly this is the X5, right? Boom. L3 hash boards right there. Even the same heat sinks. No different.
They probably, I mean, all this equipment probably comes out of the same factory.
Yeah, the grade's a little different, though. It's a little modified. They even do a comparison of the amp miner and the gold shell. That's amazing. It is. Oh, no. They put the card slot on this side. I'll consider that an upgrade.
Yeah. Their fault and normal lights are slightly different as well.
Yeah. See, these are our miners, not ant miners. These are the difference. That is hilarious. What they're saying too is that the little cushion pads on the bottom of the board are thinner than ant miners.
Oh, I don't even think I see cushions on the bottom of ours.
Right? They're that old. IP address, first test. This does give me an idea, though. Does they don't have any custom firmware? Then I'm assuming, right? Like you can't put custom firmware on. I know we're calling it firmware, software, whatever we're calling it right now, but
operating system.
Yeah, the operating system, like ASIC FW, Hive. I know Hive doesn't have one, but any of those support this machine, or just Gold Shell supports their software?
I mean, we could use. I mean, so that's why. I mean, Hive will recognize it, but we'll just have to pay to host it on the Hive account.
Yeah, how much is it?
I have no idea. We haven't gone that far yet. I mean, we're using. If you use, I mean, this is my understanding and how I explain it on my channel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody out there? If you use Hive firmware on the Hive account, you don't pay for it. You don't pay for your miners. But if you use, say, like stock firmware or another third-party firmware other than Hive, you pay for each machine that you have linked to Hive. Your Hive account.
Okay, so on the ASIC hub, it's after 4, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if you're using their firmware,
it's free.
Then they're just free. It's just through a dev fee. After 3, it's like 3 cents a day.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's 3 cents a day, and then because I don't, we have how many rigs do we have? We have quite a few, and we're paying 48 cents every day. Yeah, but how
It's
many
not
is it?
horrible. I mean,
No.
ideally, you would want to be with Hive if you're using Hive. It makes things simple.
Yeah.
But using their ASIC hub, that's not horrible fees. It's not like they're charging you $1 a day or, you know, whatever.
No, yeah, we had quite a few. Well, I mean, with us, it would add up quickly. But I mean, I guess that's something we can figure out down the road.
It
But
might
it's
be
not.
worth. I mean, if we're getting 600, whatever it was, 600 watts at 600 mega hash,
Yeah,
that's well worth the 3 cents a day.
yeah, it is.
I know we're not getting the 720 mega hash, but we're also not paying 1300 watts worth of power.
No.
Where's the hardware channel? Post it on Discord. I'm in. Crypto Ape. Can you post the OS you're currently using for the L3s to get the 720 in Discord? That is. It's Hive OS, my friend.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to him.
All right. It should be there under pinned.
I shared it the other day.
I thought it was
Yeah,
one of the
here.
pinned messages. Sorry.
Copy text. Paste. Boop. I just shared it.
Good job. Good job.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rigs, and we're paying 49 cents a day.
Those are GPUs, right?
Yeah, that's all GPUs. Once you've hit 3 workers, the fourth and on GPU mining, you have to pay.
So why can't you just make them all the same worker?
You could, but then you need a motherboard that would support that many workers.
Gotcha.
So that's where you come into play. And that's the thing with ASICs too. Each ASIC is its own worker. So when we're on the hub, that 3 cents a day is per ASIC machine. So that starts to add up quickly, especially if we're throwing 40 machines on there.
I thought on F2 pool we could use the same worker address for multiple ASICs.
Yeah, but that's not how it works in Hive though.
The Hive. Okay, gotcha.
You see it on our whatchamacallit. Like each one is a worker.
Gotcha. Yep.
That's how Hive does it. So, yes, we can. In F2 pool, we can make it to where each one is a worker, and then it's just one big
right.
hash rate that you see
gotcha.
versus all of the miners.
Hive is seeing the workers as each individual IP addresses, where F2 pool is picking up through the URL.
Yeah.
Corey's saying you can't use a Stratum proxy. He's asking, can't use a Stratum proxy? No, because I don't think so, because Hive's picking up the IP addresses.
But is he talking about like mirroring so we can get access to a computer that's there?
I think so.
Because technically we could do that with ASIC FW. I mean, we could do that with this. Yeah, I mean, we just have Hive open on a computer there, but why? Hive provides a GUI for us. That makes no sense. Like Hive provides a GUI, provides a app. Hive provides all of that.
Yep.
So there's no reason to have a Stratum, a computer basically set up there to mirror a desktop that we could look at. Which also, that's a security thing too. Like, why have that port open when we don't need to?
Yeah, I mean, it gives our who's ever hosting with us too access.
I'll tell you what, dude. I am really digging that other view, which I don't even know why I've never noticed that view either.
The one I use.
Yeah, where it shows like the fans all next to each other. Like I can't believe I never knew that was a thing. I've been using Hive since we started. Like I can't believe that's the first I'm seeing that.
And this one gives you the average heat for all of them versus the app versus the individual heat for your boards.
Like this site too, like this layout is like so much better on the eyes too versus just seeing those 4 green boxes. I can't believe I never saw that prior to you clicking that. That's hilarious.
Great. My younger brother's trying to make me cry by sending me pictures of my father.
Oh, that's not cool.
Sending me pictures of all of us kids young,
Mm-hmm.
on vacation with my dad. That's nice. Thanks, David. Nice guy. Those of you who aren't in the know, my father unfortunately passed away in October, and my brothers, they're all going. My mother, and my brother have been going through boxes of pictures, and my brother's been sending me pictures of my father and I. So thanks, David. make me cry on my live stream. We should do Discord live talk broadcast to YouTube. You can do that. I can do that right now. Here, look, I can start a live channel.
And then he doesn't have to watch YouTube. He can sit in here and listen.
Yep. There you go. I'm now live on Discord in the voice channel.
Mute.
Mute. I'm not sharing my screen, but at least now you can hear me.
Oh, you can do that too?
Yep.
Yeah, there's so much stuff I don't even know about Discord.
Yeah, so I can, it's weird because I can share my screen to Discord and still have OBS open, but if OBS is open, I can't use Google Meeting and I can't use like FM. I can't. You're not picking up my camera. You're just hearing my voice. You have to see my face. You have to look at the YouTube.
Yeah.
But at least now you should be able to hear my voice over in the voice chat. And if you would like to join in on the live stream, you can do so.
Tell us where the firmware is for this X5. Literally trying to find the firmware. Like they don't even put it on their website anymore. Are they like? Are they? Like, is there like a haunting thing? Did Bitmain sue them or something?
I mean, Bitmain has sued other companies. I mean, they sued Blizz, didn't they?
That's a good question. I would think that this would be somewhere on the internet.
Testing.
I got you, Crypto Ape.
Boom.
Everybody else should be able to hear you as well. Welcome to the chat, my friend.
Thank you. That way I don't have to communicate with you as Pulse Entertainment.
Do you have a YouTube channel as well?
I did, but YouTube took me down for streaming crypto charts.
No way.
Yeah, they're getting pretty tight about that stuff.
I mean, I do that. I guess that's why I've seen shadow banning. I haven't been taken down yet, knock on wood.
Yeah, I used to have a YouTube channel with my name, Crypto Ape, but then they took it away, so I just went over to my Pulse Entertainment and I behaved.
Yeah, I've been I cut back a little bit on mentioning, hot topics like AMC and crypto in the title. Giveaway,
That's
giveaway.
probably where I went wrong.
So, yes, giveaway is in the title of my video. I am giving away merch because it is getting colder. Say somebody, I completely forgot. I had completely forgot I was doing a giveaway today.
Oh, what are we giving away?
I'm giving away a hoodie.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that weather time. It's at that time of year.
Yes, sir. Let's see, hoodies and sweatshirts. There we go. So I got 3 currently on my site. Side Hustle Enterprise. We got the Digibit hoodie, the Bitcoin Accepted Here hoodie, and the Dog Money hoodie. It comes in other colors other than pink. Don't worry. So you got the.
Nope. You only get pink.
You only get pink. So here's Digibit.
Magenta.
There's the front. There's the back. And then we have Bitcoin Accepted Here. There's the front. There's the back. Comes in all the way up to 5XL. And comes in a large variety of colors. And then the last hoodie that we have available at the moment is Dog Money, or Doge Money. It should be, actually. And it comes in all sorts of colors. There's the front. And there's the back. So you get to pick which one you want. Let's see. How do we want to do a giveaway? So we just pull a random name generator.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I have one. Let's find one. Me. So we have 6 people in there. So we'll put this Pulse. Harris. Shay, since you asked so kindly about it, there you go. Your name's in there. Corey, make sure we get you in there. Copy. Got to get Ron in there as well. If Ron is still in the chat. Ron may have gone to bed. Ron is a working man, so he may have already turned in for the night. One, two, three, four, five, and then we got to get Mark in there as well.
Oh, you don't have to include me, dude.
Oh, Thomas Henderson. Let's get Thomas in there. He's usually in our chats. I'm scrolling through the comments here, seeing who was commented, because I'm only going to pick people who have commented. How about that? Got Ronald. All right. All right, let's go. Pick a random name. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Who's it going to be? Support mini web tool. I don't want to support. I just it makes me want it to. You suck.
The winner is Corey. Oh, did you want to say that?
It didn't. It didn't let me pick it. Oh, let me see if I can find another generator here.
It's behind a thing. Oh, well, I saw it.
Did you?
It said Corey. Yeah.
It said Corey. It said Corey. Okay. It said Corey. Fine. Corey, what t-shirt, what hoodie would you like, my friend, and what size are you? Message me on Discord with your size and address so I can get it shipped out to you.
But you have to send the X5 firmware,
Yes. We'll make a trade.
or you get nothing.
Aris has got your back. He said, yeah, both Mark and Aris said it said Corey. I did not see it, but they said I probably was not looking at the right place. Got too many monitors going on.
Yeah.
But Corey, you are the winner.
Now, someone find me this X5 firmware. Like, I can't find anything.
Are you looking at Discord? You seen the pictures he's sharing?
No.
Look what happens when you stick the power supply in upside down. For a spadoodle. Then have to sell it for scrap. I thought Spadoodle had a good thing going. They had some cool stuff. He said, Aris, did you address, asking you, Mark, did you address the question on Discord I asked before I came on? I was a little bit later.
The one you asked me, right? Yes, we did. So if you watch the beginning of the video, I think we address it like immediately. He goes over the power question, right?
Power.
Yes, and yes, we did. So I would say within the first 15 minutes of the video. So pause now, go back, listen,
then come back.
and then come back. We'll still be here.
Yeah, watching power consumption used real time. Yes, you can do that through Hive OS. We mentioned it at the beginning of the video.
You know, fuck this, dude. I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna email Gold Shell directly.
Well, you do that. Watching the power consumption. So here, Eris, I'll answer your question while Mark is looking up the email in Gold Shell. So there is a couple ways to do it. First way being go to whattomine.com. Leave the hash empty for all I can't speak. It's getting late. Multitasking here. I'll show you. I'll just do it for you, okay? God. LTC plus Doge. Leave the hash rate empty. Enter in your cost per kilowatt hour and your wattage. If you are running 9 machines at an average of 1250 watts per miner, you are looking at 11,250 watts. 250 watts. 11,250 watts. Hit calculate. It'll show you a negative number. Second one from the bottom is your monthly fee for 9 machines. Or you could do it this way. You go over to Hive. You go, hold on, let me pause my screen here for a second so I don't give away my hash farm key again. Go to your settings on Hive. Scroll down to the bottom and you have the option of entering your electricity price, USD. It needs to be in this format for it to work. It needs to say USD or Euro or whatever currency or fiat currency you're using. And then all you do is hit save. I mean, you can set a bunch of defaults if you want to, just so you make it easier on yourself. I just leave the hardware power consumption blank for myself, along with power supply unit efficiency. And I just enter in, say 10 cents is what you'll be going to be paying per kilowatt hour. Hit save. And then when you go back to your farm, right under where it says consumption, it will tell you what your daily usage is. $27.12 per day for 9 machines. $27 per day for 9 machines. It's within a couple cents of each other, whether you're using Hive or the What to Mine website. Figured out. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that makes sense. What happened to Corey? Did Corey disappear? Or he's too busy over on Discord?
I think he's having too much fun on Discord, posting pictures.
He's got a nice little power supply unit going on too. Do you see that?
Yeah, holy dang.
Do we need to hire Corey?
Right? We may have a job for you, buddy. All right. So I emailed Gold Shell. We'll see what they say.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep looking for that firmware. If we get it, I wanna try. Let's just try one of the ones that we have already.
Yep.
Kidding me? That'd be next level.
I'm going to message Corey over on Discord since he's no longer listening to me on YouTube. Maybe now he'll respond.
Hey, you're getting something free.
The Hive OS one is cool. Litecoin Pool also has a calculation in place. A bunch of sites have it, Eris. But I mean, if you're using Hive OS, why not just put it in Hive OS, and then as you upgrade to that 21 miners, like you're hoping to get, you could update your power supply there. What's also cool about Hive OS is that it tracks your daily power cost based upon your wattage underneath your stats, so you can see your your average over a month-long period, or your average over a year-long period as well. So it saves everything for you in your Hive account, which is nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in Hive that's
Yep.
surprising. You're like, wow,
Yep.
I didn't realize there was this much going on.
Right. And then, the next level is to, you can privately message Hive and they can set you up as a farm as well with custom stuff.
Yeah.
But their off the shelf stuff is pretty awesome just as it is. No problem. Thank you for hosting with us. Here to help.
Right.
I'll try to do a giveaway every live stream or every other live stream if I can moving forward. I'll give away some hoodies. I got some new ones that I'm working on design wise. I'll try to get them out there. A lot of my stuff that I like to design is print all over. Unfortunately, Teespring's the place that I use to do all my merch doesn't have print all over hoodies. So I got to figure something out. Plus, Teesprings can get expensive.
Yeah. We use TeePublic for our podcast. I mean, we use Teespring too, but we don't have like a public store for them. TeePublic, they're okay. I haven't had any issues with them. We have actually a representative that we deal with regularly.
Might have to get that contact information from you.
Okay.
I mean, the only problem that I guess I can port forward it, right? I can move the domain from Teespring someplace else.
The rep will do it for you.
Oh, sweet.
Once you get in contact with them, they'll figure out whatever way works best to help you out.
Cool. Yeah, 'cause that's I always hate doing that stuff, or linking the Google domains, or buying a domain through Spotify or Teesprings, and finding a better service and having to move it over.
Yeah, right. I know. Same here.
Yeah, I definitely have to add some more hoodies now that we're getting to the colder season here. Got some leggings, got some sweatpants, but definitely got to add some more hoodies. Alrighty, it's getting kind of late over here. I know you're behind me time wise, so it's not as late for you. But I
It's
have to
past
get my
my bedtime.
I gotta get up and get my kids ready for school.
Yeah. Already. It's that
Already.
early?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you, Corey, Crypto Ape. You guys are awesome. Ronald, if you're listening, thanks for stopping on by. Aries, thanks for hosting with us. Sorry, AK Shy 18, you didn't win this time. Make sure you come back. Maybe you win the next giveaway. Like I said, I'll try to do a giveaway at least once a month or every other live stream or something to that effect. If it's something you guys want to see, definitely doesn't bother me to do giveaways. I think it's something fun, way to give back. Fun stream, guys. What's that?
Don't forget about the you're trying to get up to what, 500 people in Discord?
Yep. So, what are we at now? We are at 458. If you're not in Discord now or are having trouble seeing everything in Discord, you have to go join, hit the link in the description down below, join, react to the rules, and you can see the full Discord and all the chats. Once we hit 500 members on Discord, the channel will be locked and will be invitation only from a moderator. So make sure you get in now. Also, once we hit 2,500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, there'll be a crypto giveaway for $250 worth of whatever crypto you want. I think we voted on Litecoin this round, I believe, Litecoin or SafeMoon. So make sure, share it out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you, Mark, for your doing this last minute. Another
Absolutely.
Surprise AMA.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys stay tuned for any other new videos coming out for Coastal Crypto. I'll do my best to document everything as they come in with respect to privacy and security. Because, that's big time important to us over at the new farm. But until next time, guys, take it easy. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you next time. Jazz hands.
Yeah. Jazz fingers.